Called you. All right. Thank you, Officer Hudson. All right. Um, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good afternoon. All right. Sorry you had to compete with the vice president in traffic today. So all of you that may have had to come down here today. So without further delay, we're going to go ahead and continue with examination of our current witness. Mr. Copeland, you're still under oath, okay?
Good afternoon. All right. So yesterday we left off talking about your interview that you did on February 20th, 2015. Going back to the incident in which you, your girlfriend at the time, and your child was being shot at, do you remember seeing any of the individuals who shot at you?
I never saw no one that shot at me at that time.
Verbalonlife.
Welcome to Verbal on Life. My name is Noel. Thank you for joining us. I'm battling MS. I'm over here trying to do my best to show you guys what's going on in the court trial of YSL. I'm up to 10,950 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click on that subscribe button or at least hit the like. So like that, YouTube could spread the word and get this out to more people.
Do you recall being with Big Boo when Lucci's manager called him?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling Detective Dennis and Gaither in the January 28th interview, Lucci's mama and dad got shot, so Nick called Big Boo's phone. We was at Big Boo's house. And the first thing that nigga said was,
What?
Hey, Boo,
Oh my God.
Lucci's mom and dad got shot. Somebody shot up his mama and dad. Somebody's house got shot up. It's $20,000. It's $20,000, man. There's $20,000 on their head, or whatever they said. And you heard that conversation.
I don't recall.
Okay. And once you heard the conversation, that you took the phone from Big Boo and you told the person on the phone, I ain't did nothing. I didn't do that, bro. You know, don't scream my name. I didn't do that. And you kept telling that person that you did not shoot up his mother's house. You recall doing that.
I don't recall.
And did you shoot up Lucci's mama's house? You shake your head. So
No.
okay.
This is entertainment, right? Little Woody, keeping it real.
Now, back in 2015, who were the people that you would spend the most time outside of your family? Who were the people that you would spend the most time with?
Huh?
Back in 2015, outside of your family, who were your friends that you spent the most time with?
My friends.
Who?
You want me to name every single person?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
I'm not about to name every single person.
Okay. So who are the people that you would spend the most time with?
He don't want to
I
say
can't
one
recall.
name. Oh,
Do you recall telling
There
Detective
you go,
Gaither
TLA.
that you only keep a couple people around you?
I can't
And it's
recall.
really just Little D and Shannon. Do you recall telling them that?
Probably so. I can't recall.
Okay. And then you also said sometimes Moonsoon, but he might come around, but not every day.
I don't recall.
thank you so much. Thinking from Texas.
And then you said, I really have my, then you also further went to say, I really wouldn't want nobody around me but Little D.
One of the questions, my same objection. I understand the question.
Little
Rephrase.
D.
Sure.
Sure.
Between Shannon and Little D, who's the person you would have most around you?
Huh?
Between Shannon and Little D, who would you spend more time with?
I can't. I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
Do you recall telling Detective Dennis and Gaither that I wouldn't want nobody around but Little D?
I probably said it because I was trying to run the play on them.
Okay.
But I don't remember what I said to them.
Back in 2015.
Anytime they question me, like I said, you keep asking me about what I supposed to told them. Anytime they question me, I just said whatever came to my mind or whatever I could have.
He said this for
out
2
of it in a
days.
split second. So I don't know. I don't know what I said to them.
Back in 2015, did you trust Little D?
Say that again?
Back in 2015, did you trust Little D?
Which little D?
No.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis, I really have my trust in him? Speaking about Little D.
You said I really had my trust in him?
Yes.
No, man.
And that,
Go ahead.
and that Little D ain't never going to turn his back on me.
I told you, I'm trying to tell them whatever they would have went for. Because yeah.
These interrogations are a problem. All of these interviews are a problem.
Yep.
The gun that Little D from Cleveland bought from you from the pawn shop, what kind of gun was that?
I can't recall.
Do you recall it being, as you described, a chopper?
Probably so.
Can you tell the jury what you would describe as a chopper? What type
What
of
is a chopper?
I can't recall.
You don't know what a
type of
chopper
gun
is.
Do you not know what type of gun a chopper is?
I don't know what I done told them.
I'm asking you separately. What kind of gun did Little D purchase for you?
A rifle,
Is a rifle a chopper?
I guess.
See, that just wasted 10 seconds of our time.
Have you ever had the occasion to give Nut back items that was stolen from him back in 2015 before he passed away?
Yeah,
Okay. First, who stole the items?
I didn't.
Do you recall telling me the other day that you did take the items?
Yeah. I said, I don't.
Did you tell me
You
that?
just asked me, did I give it back to him? I gave it back to him.
Okay. My question is, do you know who stole it?
Huh?
Do you know who stole it?
I told him a friend of mine stole it.
Okay. Did you tell me something differently?
I probably did.
Interviews
what
are
you
a
told
problem for him, not the.
What did I tell you?
Do you recall what you told me?
I just asked you.
So do you not recall what you told me?
I told you I gave it back to him.
Do you recall telling me that you actually stole those items, but you did give it back to him?
You have an objection? Basis.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the foundation for the question, or form of the question, or what?
The question.
You're right. I'm asking. You're right. I'm
Yes,
asking a
dear.
question, but I can clarify who all was in the room.
Yeah, why don't we do that? I'll sustain the question as to the current.
Do you recall meeting with me, investigator Long, and maybe investigator Lancico, and telling us in the room that it was you who stole it, but you did give the items back to him?
I can't recall.
When you
Vigal,
gave
yes.
the items back to him, do you remember where you were? Where did you meet him at?
In my neighborhood,
Okay. And was he with anyone when you met with him to give the items back?
I think so.
Do you remember who he was with?
Oh, I can't say who the people were there with him.
Do you remember him being with Greedy, his brother?
Probably so. I don't know.
Do you remember just telling the detectives in that January interview he was with Greedy, his brother was there?
I guess I don't know. I can't recall.
Do you remember what type of car Donovan had? Oh, excuse me, Nut had.
A truck.
Do you remember what kind of truck?
It was just a truck.
Do you remember telling the detectives back in that January interview it was a green Tahoe?
Probably did. I don't know.
Do you remember what the items were that you gave back to him?
Yeah, his driver license, phone, and his necklace.
Describe for the jury, if you remember what the necklace looked like.
What you mean?
Do you remember what the necklace looked like? Do you remember what the chain looked like?
Yeah, it was a necklace.
Was it a peanut? Do you remember?
Oh, I think so. I think it was a nut. Yeah.
If you don't remember, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a nut.
That's a bad chain to be wearing around with. Nut.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Love the classic beats.
We just talked about who you would hang around with from Mechanicsville. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis back in 2015 that you're not going to see you hang with anybody besides Shannon and Dee, who was from Mechanicsville?
Shannon ain't from Canterville.
Do you remember?
I don't remember saying it.
Okay. And do you remember also telling the detectives that there's not going to be one time that you and Dee are not together?
I don't recall. But it's not gonna be no time that me, D, and Shannon is not together. Not just me and D.
So the three of you will be together.
When me and D together, it's me, D, and Shannon.
Okay.
All right, shout out to Rio. Rio says, us women call you our
Habibi.
Habibi.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have left this up this long. I don't know if that's a curse word or not.
Not.
We
I think
talked about it.
I think it means baby and like
Okay, Rio, call me
Now,
baby then.
we talked about briefly
Shout out to Rio.
another interview that you did with Detective Gaither after you were arrested for probation. Once your child and your child's mother was shot at. Do you remember that? All right. And do you remember meeting with Detective Gaither after you had gotten arrested?
Shout out to Susie.
No.
But like a crackhead moved to me. Thank you so much, Susie, watching from Australia. Thank you, Just Ani. Apparently, Just Ani is down there in the, or at least was down there at the courthouse.
Yo, shout out to the person that gave my view a like. Those of you on Twitter, on X, don't forget to give it a like.
When you met with Detective Gaither once you were arrested, as you discussed, were you upset that they arrested you for failure to comply with community service? I know you're shaking your head. You have to say yes or no for the record. And during the course of that interview,
Look at him rocking in
where
the
you
chair.
asked to tell Detective Gaither about what happened with you, Deshaun, and your daughter.
I don't recall.
Do you recall in that interview also talking to her about Nuts murder?
I can't recall.
Nuts.
a big fat nut.
And during
What's
this
that nut?
interview, do you recall telling her that on the day that Nut was killed, you initially weren't home?
Okay, I got 37 viewers on Twitter, on X. Remember to go downstairs and hit the like for this video. So like that, it'll motivate me to make more. So let's go.
Deshaun's house.
That's why I was, but I don't recall what I told her.
And that you got a phone call from Little D.
I don't know.
I'll sustain the objection.
We've already talked about where you were on the day that Nut passed away. Do you recall us talking about that over the course of the last few days?
I don't know.
Do you remember us talking about Nut's murder yesterday?
What you mean?
Do you remember me questioning you about where you were when Nut passed away yesterday?
You said you asked me that yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess.
If you don't remember, that's fine. Do you remember or no?
No, you didn't ask me yesterday.
Okay. Do you remember us talking about it since you've been on the stand, though?
Yeah, talking about what?
The day that Nut passed away.
Yeah, that's what it's about, right?
Okay, cool. You're on permission to approach?
As long as you're showing that to the defense counsel, please.
Thank you so much, Black Views FBA. Thank you. Shout out to Bubba. Thank you, Bubba. All right, so it looks like they are doing the whole gathering where the prosecutor shows all of the defense counsel a photograph or a document that she intends to show Woody. So they all gather around the document and look, and yep, that's what they're doing. They're all gathered around.
Angela's still not up there. I don't know why.
What's that?
I said Angela's still not up there. I'm not sure why.
That's a great point. I don't know why Angela doesn't go up there. She's like, I'm only getting paid $50,000 for this case. I'm gonna sit my ass right here.
I'm showing you what's the market 378 Yankee B1. Do you see yourself in that picture? Is that you?
I guess.
Does it look like you?
She doesn't have the microphone. That's why her audio is low.
I guess.
Yes or no? Is that you?
If you say it's me, it's me.
I'm asking you, is it you?
Yeah, I guess. Yes, it's me.
And that Detective Gaither.
Thank you so much.
He's like a man.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was mean.
No, I can't tell if it's. I can't tell for real.
That's a shot. He said the detective looked like a man and she's a female detective.
Your Honor, permission to.
Thank you so much. Thinking from Texas, Whitney. The beautiful Thinking from Texas, Whitney. Huge supporter of the channel. Shout out to Dear Woke Christian. Dear Woke Christian, Morehouse man, high value man down here in Atlanta as well. He was just scoping out Fannie Willis speaking at another church down here, trying to get more support. Dear Woke Christian, excellent content creator. If one of the mods could drop the link to his channel in the chat. He has given 5 memberships so that y'all do not continue to be locked out.
Shout out to the other person that gave this video a like on Twitter. So far I got 2 likes and 53 viewers. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and give it a like. It's Noel here, battling MS. I got to come down to the basement to broadcast these shows. Not that easy for me, so go ahead and give it a like.
Thank you, Lady BC40, for becoming a new member. Thank you.
Mr. Coco, I'm showing you a portion of 378 Yankee Delta on here. Does that look? Do you see yourself in this video? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Looking at this movie,
They found you in a hoodie.
Yeah, that's her.
that's her?
Yeah.
Does it appear to be the same individual?
Shout out to Lee versus Woody.
It looked like the same picture.
You're right, this time the state would like to 378 Yankee Delta.
You and him yawning at the same time.
Yankee Delta 1. Hearing none, it's admitted, maybe published as you see fit.
We're going to TiVo this a little bit. All right, so here we go, guys. We got some TiVo action.
That's an interrogation.
And if you could bring it down, no, down.
He had hair.
Shout out to Woody. He stays in interrogation rooms.
Wave to see the
Here we go.
Mr. Koba, are you able to see the dates and the time of that interview?
Yeah, right there.
What is the date and time of that interview?
February 21,
And what year is that?
2015.
Now, during this interview, do you remember anyone else being in the interview room with you? Do you recall Detective Thorpe was in there with you?
I don't know.
And during that interview, do you recall talking to Detective Gaither again about what happened between you, Deshaun, and your baby?
I don't know. I don't remember.
And during that interview, did Detective Gaither also ask you who shot at you? Do you remember Detective Gaither asking you about that?
I don't remember.
Do you remember being concerned in that interview about being labeled a snitch as well?
I don't remember.
Do you recall Detective Gaither trying to encourage you to tell them who did it so she can help you so you don't have to be getting shot at in the streets?
But if I already told them Tay did, why would she be asking me that?
Because you recall this being the first interview with Gaither. You had not met Gaither prior to this interview.
I don't remember what me and Jacob talked about.
Okay.
So what I said to her.
Do you remember telling her, if I tell you anything, guess what happens? That make it even worse. What makes it worse? Everybody, oh, now I'm a snitch.
Thank you so much.
And remember asking how you would snitch when somebody was trying to kill you and your baby. How was that snitching?
Okay.
Break it down.
If there was the truth,
Mhm.
why would I wait till later at any point and say anything to the police? It's self-explanatory.
What is self-explanatory?
The whole thing. You seen here tonight what I told to the investigator, and I'm so concerned about being labeled a snitch. So why would I tell them the truth to anything if they trying to say I'm concerned about being labeled a snitch? So if I'm gonna tell them something that sooner or later gonna get out in the streets, why would I be concerned about being labeled a snitch? It doesn't make sense.
Do you recall being reluctant to tell the detectives who it was?
No, I was trying to buy time to come up with something to tell them so they can get up off me or let me out of jail.
Get up
Would
off
you-
me.
The interview that you had on February 20th.
Keeping it real.
What time was your interview on February 20th, 2015? What time
This paper?
What time did that say?
What about it?
What time is it on here?
1:41
What, AM or PM?
a.m.
And then what time did you meet with Detective Gaither?
Well, look like I got on a right street outfit, so I didn't meet with her. And it say 3:53.
On February 21st?
Yeah,
Is that PM?
p.m.
So did you meet with Detective Gaither the next day after you met with the first investigator?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank
That's
you
what they
for
say.
this. Whitney, no comment, no question, just a pure love. Dang.
So if you just wanted to make something up, didn't you have time to make up a new name if it wasn't Tay?
She would gave me harder to convince her. I got it. Whatever I tell her, I got to stick with it.
That's what
Wouldn't
anybody.
you want to tell Gaither the truth if you were trying to get out of jail?
Look at
If
that
you're
look.
trying to get out of jail, wouldn't you tell her the truth?
But if she asks me about something that I don't know and I'm trying to get out of jail, I gotta act like I know.
Did you ever try just telling the truth to get out of jail?
Have I? Probably. I don't know what I don't told her, so I can't remember what I told her, so I don't
How bad did you want to get out of jail?
want to get out of jail.
So wouldn't you want to tell the truth to get out of jail versus lying?
Objection has been answered. Oh, objection.
Wouldn't you want to tell the truth to get out of jail?
But if they ask me who shot at me and I didn't see nobody shoot at me, and they constantly thinking that I seen somebody shoot at me, and I keep telling them I didn't see nobody shoot at me, they don't want to believe me, so what I got to do then? And if I feel like this is the only reason I'm going to jail, I got to stick to what I don't tell her.
So why tell your girlfriend that? When no police are in the room,
I don't know.
why tell your girlfriend that?
I don't know. I don't recall me sitting there just telling her that. I don't even understand how his name even came about from the start.
And let me jump in right quick, guys. What Woody is saying is that, listen, y'all asked me who shot at me, and I said, I don't know. And they didn't take that for an answer. They kept asking me, who shot at you? Who shot at you? We know someone shot at you, and we know you saw him. Don't you want to protect your family? Don't you want to protect your baby? Don't you want to protect your baby mama? Tell us. And he was saying, no, I don't know. And so finally, according to him, he just broke out and said, okay, well, Tay did it because you guys are not accepting my true answer, which is I don't know. Guys, there was just recently a man awarded $900,000 because the police interrogated him over the death of his father. And the police were insisting that he killed the father. He was saying that he didn't kill his father. He didn't kill his father. And they questioned him for more than 10 hours. They even brought his dog into the interrogation room and said, you're never going to see your dog again. You're going to prison forever. And they pulled out all the stops. So finally, the man said, okay, fine. I did kill my father. I killed him. He had a psychological breakdown and said, I killed him. I killed my father. And then the father showed up like 2 weeks later. And that man sued the police department for coercion and won almost $1 million. So
That's so crazy. Lee.
these detectives, shout out to Woody. I'm trying to help him out now. These detectives sometimes do not take no for an answer.
Well, here's the thing. Like, why is Judge Glanville? Woody is clearly, he said it yesterday, he's saying it today. I said whatever I could during those interrogations, and I'm telling you, some of those facts were fabrications. They were lies. They were not true facts. He said it like at least like 4 or 5 times today on the stand. How come Judge Glanville isn't interjecting, or how come no one's doing anything or saying anything when he's telling the prosecutor and he's their star witness, I lied to y'all?
Well, this is the prosecutor's case in chief, and the prosecutor has a wide powers to ask these questions. And if you have detailed questions, you can ask them. You can ask them, and the witness just has to keep saying the same thing over and over. With Woody saying, hey guys, I just told y'all anything because y'all would not take an answer. This does happen in interrogation rooms. Cops often are skeptical, and they will keep you in there for hours and hours until you tell them the right thing or the thing that they want to hear. All right. So I'm sticking up for my man Woody a little bit. All right, let's go.
I just know once I heard Tay, that's why I just stuck with Tay. I don't.
Let me back it up a little bit so y'all can get some context. Let's go.
versus lying?
I'll rule the objection.
Wouldn't you want to tell the truth to get out of jail?
But if they ask me who shot at me, and I didn't see nobody shoot at me, and they constantly thinking that I seen somebody shoot at me, and I keep telling them I didn't see nobody shoot at me, they don't want to believe me. So what I got to do then? And if I feel like this is the only reason I'm going to jail, I got to stick to what I don't tell her.
So why tell your girlfriend that when no police are in the room?
I don't know.
Why tell your girlfriend that?
I don't know. I don't recall me sitting there just telling her that. I don't even understand how his name even came about from the start.
Yeah.
I just know once I heard Tay, that's why I just stuck with Tay. I don't know if I brought it up. Which I doubt I brought it up because I didn't have no reason to bring your name up.
How would the police know who Tay was?
I don't know.
How would the police know if Tay was even in your neighborhood at the time?
I don't know.
So why would the police bring up Tay?
And I said, I don't know.
I stand the objection.
Whoa. So many questions. It's crazy.
Do you recall providing Detective Gaither a picture of Tay before ever even getting into the interview room?
No.
Do you recall during the interview when you told her it was Tay, you told her, I gave you a picture of him?
I don't recall.
And do you recall her pulling up the picture and showing you the picture in the interview on her phone?
I recall her showing me a picture of him.
And do you recall not really want to point him out on there?
Because I knew at that point what she was doing. They was forcing me to say it was him who shot me. Because I like I keep telling you now, and to this day I still feel as in they did that. Like I never seen him shoot at me. Even when they called me, tried to get me to come to trial on it, I told them I'm not coming to trial because I never saw who shot at us. And they said, well, Mr. Kobe, all right, y'all can call me. I didn't see who shot at me.
Were you concerned about being labeled a snitch because of what was happening to your cousin?
My only concern was not being able to protect my family.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that you were concerned because your cousin was being tortured because he was labeled a snitch?
My only concern was being in jail and not able to protect my family.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither in referencing your cousin, well, he's getting tortured. Everywhere he goes, he's a fucking rat. Don't nobody want him around. This and that, this and that. And then he turned right around and I'm in the same damn shoes he's in, but I won't. I don't know if he did whatever he had going on, but you didn't want to be labeled a snitch.
This is the police talking to me and they're not trying to hear what I'm saying. They're trying to force me to say that somebody shot at me. I did not see shoot at me. I'm trying everything in my power to not allow this man. I'm not going to protect nobody that shot at me and my child.
You know, it's so weird. He says that he's not going to try to protect someone.
Exactly. I just picked up on that too. I was on mute. I was like,
he's not going to try to protect someone who's trying to hurt him and his child, but he will place the blame of an attempted murder on his friend who had nothing to do with it. Right? I mean, what type of morals are we doing here? You're saying Tay had nothing to do with the murder, but you'll throw Tay under the bus. You will throw your friend under the bus for attempted murder. Right? It's like, what? You know,
that statement right there is so powerful. I'm not willing to protect this one person. So who are you willing to protect?
You know, when you talk jail and sending people to jail for a long time, that's it. There's no friends. Everybody's up for game. So you want to talk your way out of anything. And unfortunately, that's the truth about the streets. And people want to pretend like, no, you're supposed to hold it down forever. But no, people don't hold it down forever. Like, if you're my friend, you're going to let me snitch on you. How about that?
Are you protecting other people?
Exactly. He just lined to protect himself. Shout out to Woody. Let's go.
Did you ever give Gaither the gun that you used in the to shoot back at those individuals who shot at you and your child?
Nope. Because you're going to use it against me.
Who did you get the gun from?
What you mean who I got it from?
Who did you get the gun from?
I stand the objection.
If you got a friend like Woody, you're in trouble. And I want to give a huge thank you to Thinking from Texas, Whitney. The beautiful Whitney has become the new
Do you recall being
sponsor.
shown a photographic lineup
Thank
with Tay
you.
inside of the photographic lineup?
Say that again.
In this interview, do you recall being shown a photographic lineup?
I think so.
And do you recall
Somebody write Whitney in the damn
not wanting
chat,
to sign the
please.
photographic lineup?
Right.
Thank you so
I
much.
do remember
Okay. Why didn't you want to sign the photographic lineup?
because in my heart and from facts, I didn't see who shot at me, and they constantly kept trying to say they kept pushing me to say to make me think that I saw somebody I know I didn't see.
All right. I want to kind of switch gears. Do you know someone by the name of Trivia?
Who?
Trivia.
Who is it?
Do you know someone by the name of Trivia? Do you know who Moon Tunk's girlfriend was back in 2015?
Mm, no, I don't remember who his girlfriend is.
Okay. Do you know someone by the name of Aunt Trivia?
I never heard of the name before. I don't know.
No.
Do you recall talking to a Detective Lewis in the same interview regarding Trivia being Kel and Moon Tunk's girlfriend?
Oh, her? What about her?
So my question is, so do you now know who Trivia is?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Okay.
Who?
And back in 2015, do you recall her home being shot up during the time of early 2015?
I remember.
Okay. And were you accused of shooting up her home?
That's what she told the police.
Did you shoot up her home?
No.
Trivia got questions.
Shout out the World Gaming Channel. Shout out to the Alphas. I'm not fried. Was Martin Luther King an Alpha?
We can fact check that.
In the three
Alpha
interviews we
strong
talked
on
about so
UGA
far,
campus.
were you asked by the investigators to tell the truth? In the
Ooh.
interviews we talked about so far.
MLK was an alpha, confirmed.
It don't matter.
Yes or no? Do you recall being asked to tell the truth?
I don't know. I don't
God bless
recall.
you. God bless you. You don't recall if you were asked to tell the
I
truth?
don't.
If you were asked to tell the truth, why wouldn't you tell the truth in those interviews?
Why wouldn't I tell the truth?
Yes.
Because I know the police are trying to lock me up.
What would they be trying to lock you up for?
Say that again.
What would they be trying to lock you up for?
I love it.
Whatever they can put on me.
Did you ever? Now,
Monk tonk. Thank y'all for shouting out Whitney, the new sponsor. Thank you so much, Whitney. Shout out to Thinking from Texas.
would telling the
Whitney.
truth have gotten you locked up?
That's the question. Let's
Huh?
start there.
I stand the question.
Now, in June of 2015, were you arrested for having a gun at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
You got a gun at the rec center. What it got?
Say that. Can you say that again?
In June of 2015, were you arrested for having a gun in the Dunbar Recreation Center?
In June, was I arrested?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Can you tell the jurors what occurred at the Dunbar Recreation
I was playing basketball. The police came there and locked me up.
Center? And why did the police lock you up?
Because I'm wounded.
Did you have a gun at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
I had a basketball in my hand.
Was there a gun also at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
They say it was.
Where was that gun located?
I was placing handcuffs and walked out. I don't know.
Did you have a gun inside of an H&M bag while at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
I was in the recreation center playing basketball. Had my shirt off with no gun on me playing basketball.
Did you take a gun to the Dunbar Recreation Center in an H&M bag?
I was playing basketball in the Dunbar Recreation Center.
Non-responsive.
No, that you did not have a gun at the...
What I'm saying, well, I was playing basketball. When I looked up, I seen a whole bunch of police in there walking towards me, putting my hand behind my back, and asked me, was it bad mine? I said, I don't know nothing about no bad. They took me to the car. There was a whole lot more police that came. They took me from Mechanicsville to Turnerfield and asked me, was their gun mine or was their bag mine? I told them I don't know nothing about nothing. They said, if they find out that their gun or their bag was mine, they're going to come back and lock me up. I said, do your job. They let me go. And that was it.
And did they let you go that first day?
They let me go.
All right. Did they eventually arrest you for that gun in that bag?
They did.
All right.
God damn
And
it.
was that the gun that was purchased by Quindarius Zachary for you?
Ooh.
I guess.
Yes, no, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I went to jail for.
Okay. So that was the gun, the chopper that we talked about
Oh
earlier.
shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna overrule the objection.
Come on,
Mr.
Hilton.
Steele, ask and answer.
Was that the chopper that we discussed earlier?
He had a chopper in the
We discussed this earlier.
The gun that was recovered, is that the chopper that was purchased at Arrowhead Pawn Shop by Quindarius Zachary?
That's the gun that sent me to the feds.
And yo, Little Woody really streets, man.
And is that the gun that was found at Dunbar Recreation Center?
I guess so.
Ooh.
Why did you have the gun at Dunbar Recreation Center?
I just plead guilty to it.
Did you tell officers that you were trying to sell that gun and that's why you had it at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
Again, I was going to jail.
Ms. Hilton, before you posit some other questions, I think we probably need to take a comfort break. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take about 10 minutes and then see where the afternoon leads us, okay?
All right, don't leave yet, guys.
All
Don't leave
right.
yet because we got a little TiVo action going.
Evo. Speed it
So we
up.
can
Where we at?
we can fast forward through this.
Not even got the chopper in the trunk. We got a chopper in an H&M bag.
That's real gangster.
Yo, Little Woody's really gangster.
But guys, the judge should be coming back momentarily because we fast forwarded a lot, I believe. Let me see how many minutes we fast forward. We fast forwarded about 14 minutes, and the judge said that the what is it?
They said that they were going to take a 10-minute comfort break.
Thank you. So we should be right back in here momentarily, guys. Shout out to Woody. Guys, Woody did something very important right there that everybody should know. Now, Woody absolutely brought that damn bag to the rec center that had the chopper in it. But when all the police came on him, he said, listen, I just got a basketball in my hand. I don't know nothing about no H&M bag. Certainly don't know nothing about no chopper. And the police were pressuring him. They didn't have any evidence because he did not snitch on himself. So they had to let him go. They wanted Woody to cooperate. And he
Oh, is she talking to?
Little Woody's really streets, really gangster.
You see that?
Oh, yeah. Woody flirting. Oh, my God.
It's like she got white chucks on. That
Right.
was hilarious yesterday.
And shout out to Brook Farm D. So
You know, I wonder how Little Woody makes his money. Like, who is paying this man off to live off the streets and to do all these crimes? You know, what is he doing? Is he really pushing weight or what?
thank you so much, Brook Farm D.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Miss Hyde, Miss
All chairs
Hilton,
present.
Holiday
All right.
Inn. Got her
Thank
hair
you,
up.
Debbie Hudson. All right. Members of the jury, with your indulgence and patience, we're going to go probably about another 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to recess for the day, okay?
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Now,
Only 20 more minutes, and then we're going to call it a wrap. Thank you so
Mr.
much, Antoine,
Copeland,
for sending $5 on the Cash App.
what
Thank you.
blood set were you a part of?
Uh-oh.
Can you repeat that?
What blood set were you a part of?
What blood said what I was part of?
Yes, sir.
You trying to get me killed.
I wasn't part of no real blood set.
Did you ever claim to be a Billy Blood?
I said I was.
And were you?
No.
Did you tell Detective Gaither that you were, I mean, not Detective Gaither, Detective Lewis, in that February 21st interview that you were Billy Blood?
Probably.
I don't know what I told them in when they questioned me.
Do you recall talking to Detective Lewis about the meeting with Mo where they said that they were going to kill you?
Huh?
Do you remember talking to Detective Lewis about the meeting with Mo, who was in prison, and that they were planning on killing you?
I don't recall.
And do you recall her asking you why you weren't at this meeting?
Huh?
Do you recall her asking you why you weren't at this meeting?
Why was I at the meeting?
Why were you not at the meeting?
At what meeting?
The meeting with the Bloods, the meeting of the Bloods trying to kill you.
I don't recall.
And do you Sure, February 21st,
Thank you so much. Thinking for me.
2015.
Thinking from Texas, Whitney.
And then do you recall telling her you weren't down with them, but that you were Billy Blood?
I don't recall.
Okay. And then do you recall her asking, who are you with now?
I don't recall.
Okay. And you told her at that point they got mad.
I told her.
You told Detective Lewis.
Oh, that's a lady?
Yes. At that point they got mad because I didn't go back with them. I started hanging out with Thug and them, so I'm YSL.
No, I don't recall.
Did you consider yourself part of the gang YSL?
Basis. I didn't mean for you to speak. I just want you to give me a basis. Overrule, sir.
Did you consider yourself part of YSL, the gang?
Gang, I consider myself 372.
Whoa.
When did you consider yourself 372?
What you mean, when?
Did you consider yourself a 372 when you called yourself Billy Blood?
I always been 372.
Woo.
So even as a part of YSL, were you considered, or do you consider yourself 372?
Gang, I'm always 372 when it comes to gang.
Did you also consider yourself part of YSL?
372 when you're speaking on gang.
Yes or no? Did you consider yourself a part of YSL?
But you saying gang wise, like
So you did not consider yourself part of YSL, the gang?
when it comes to gang, I consider myself 372.
Now, going back to June of 2015 when you were arrested for the Fed charges, we talked about the gun that was at the Dunbar Center. When you were arrested, where were you arrested at?
Which time?
When you got arrested in June?
June 10th?
Yes.
At the house.
Did they find any guns at the house?
Yeah, they did.
Were you charged in your federal charges with that gun? Do you recall?
Yes.
Now, once you were arrested, were you brought in to Atlanta Police Department headquarters for an interview?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember how long that interview was?
It was long.
You remember being about 9 hours?
It was long.
Damn, 9 hours.
And during the course of that interview, did you speak with multiple detectives?
Yeah, I did.
Do you remember speaking with anyone from the ATF or?
Yeah, I did.
And was Detective Gaither in that interview?
She was at some point.
What about Detective Dennis?
Who?
Detective Dennis, do you remember him?
Yeah, I think he was too.
And what about Detective Thorpe?
I think he was too.
Okay. And when you were arrested and brought down to APD, did you want to give them truthful information?
Again, I was going to jail.
Thank
Do you
You're
recall
right.
telling them that you're not going to worry about me lying?
Can you say that again?
Sure. In the early part of that interview, do you recall telling them you're not going to have to worry about me lying?
Probably so.
You know, Little Woody got an agreement that he won't get charged state-wise. But if they bring up federal charges, I don't think that clears him of that. So
Why did you want to speak to the police that day?
Because I was trying to finesse my way out of jail.
Finesse.
And what did you think you had to do to finesse yourself out of jail?
Well, they kept asking about Young Thug, so that's the direction I had to go.
Did they ask you about anything else?
They asked me about the gun. I think they asked me about the gun first.
Did they ask you about anything else?
Yeah, they asked me about a lot.
Do you recall them asking you about Nuts murder?
Yes,
And did you speak with them about Nuts murder?
yes,
And did you speak with them about the gun at the Dunbar Center
yes,
and the gun at your house?
yes,
And did you also speak with them about Young Thug?
yes,
And did you talk with them about Little D from Mechanicsville?
yes,
And what about Shannon?
yes.
Thank you so much, Candace.
Now, when
That
you
was beautiful, Candace.
got to that interview, did you believe that people were trying to kill you?
Uh-huh. I thought people trying to kill me for a long time.
They were, though.
yeah,
Specifically
you were
in
right.
June,
yep.
did you still believe that people thought you snitched on them regarding the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Can you say it one more time?
Sure. When you had this interview in June of 2015, did you think going into that interview that people thought that you had snitched on them regarding the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Overruled. Well, no, I take it back. I'm sustain the question.
Why did you think people were trying to kill you?
Street.
Because I was paranoid. People were shooting at me.
Did you tell the detectives in this June 10th interview that everyone in the world is trying to kill me because they think I told on them?
No, I told them that people were trying to kill me because they say I killed Nut.
There you go.
Do you recall telling the detectives about the fact that that Doug's sister had called you or had texted you?
Can you say that again?
Sure. Let me ask you this. Did Doug's sister ever text you regarding you going to the police about Nut's murder?
I texted her and told her that I was going to kill Thug when I get a chance. That's what you're talking about?
No, but why did you text her that you were going to kill Thug when you get a chance?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Because I let a lot of people get in my ear.
And what did they get in your ear about? It's effect on the listener, Your Honor.
I'll see.
What did they get in your ear about?
Kill Thug?
Whole lot of stuff. It was people coming to me every 5 minutes with something about not just Thug. It was just a lot of people, but mainly most people was coming to me about Thug.
What
So,
about the?
nah, they just kept coming to me like he ain't right. He ain't supposed to. I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, but what were they telling you such that you thought that you had to kill Thug?
Say it again.
What were they telling you such that you thought in your mind you wanted to kill him?
That watch him because everybody saying I killed Nut and they didn't want that on them, so they gonna put it on me. I don't know. Like, it was so many different people just telling me stuff. So,
But to kill somebody, what were they telling you to make you think you had to kill Thug?
Right. What were they saying specifically?
what did they tell me to make me think I had to kill him?
Yes.
Yes.
That I better watch him
Why?
because they said I was messing up his career. Like they saying that I was putting him in stuff that I got going on. Like they were saying all type of stuff. Like
So why would you messing up his career mean you have to kill Thug?
they said me. Okay. A female came to me and told me that she heard something. Then another person came to me and told me that he heard something. So people kept coming to me and I was paranoid because I had said something to a friend of mine where I felt as in whatever I was saying to him had got back out.
So let's start there. What did you tell your friend that you think got back to him?
I was planning on him.
Why would you be plotting on Thug?
Guys, this is getting good. This is what we've been waiting on.
I don't recall.
You recall.
Do you recall telling the detectives that you called, that Dolly texted you and was cursing you out?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is years ago. Do you remember what she was cursing you out about?
Because I told her I was going to kill Thug when I see him.
What?
Do you recall the last 4 digits of the number that she was texting you from?
No.
Do you recall giving that full phone number to the detectives?
No.
Do you recall giving them a phone number ending in 1990 for his sister?
Probably so.
Which sister are we texted you?
Dolly.
Okay. Did she have another name?
I said Dolly.
Did you call her something else?
Dale don
Yeah, I call
dale.
her Dolly and Max.
Okay.
Dale don dale.
Do you recall texting Dolly, damn, your brother's trying to have me killed?
Ooh.
I probably have.
Okay. Why would you text her that?
Because I thought what I was said to somebody else had got back to him.
What did you
So
say to someone
what
else?
did you tell somebody else that you thought got back to him?
No, you know.
Don't recall.
You recall. This is getting good.
What, again, would make you text that to her brother, to Dolly? Damn, your brother's trying to have me killed. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell I ever did to him? Why would you text that to her?
Dale.
I thought I was paranoid. It was so much going on. It was so much going on. I had so many people in my head. And that's just my way of trying to force a reaction.
Force a reaction from who?
From him to see how he react to it.
I told
Why
him
were
I
you
was
trying to
gonna
force
kill
a
him
reaction from him?
to see how he's gonna
Because I
react.
didn't know what the truth was. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on.
This is getting
Now,
good.
we talked about in February, strike that. We talked about in January, people thinking that you had killed Nut, right? Also in February, the people think you were trying to kill Nut.
Huh?
Did people think that you killed Nut? Excuse me.
Whoa.
Did you,
I was just saying one question.
did you believe that people thought that you killed Nut?
Did I believe it?
Yes.
People were convinced.
Okay. By the time we got to June,
This man.
did you still have that same belief when you
Did
got
I
arrested?
have that belief?
Yes, when you got arrested in June, did you still have that same belief that people thought you had that you had killed Nut?
I don't know. Like, so many. It was so many people on. So many people just like. A lot of people said they know I didn't do it, but a lot of people said I did it. So I don't.
And I'll ask you again, did you kill Nut?
No.
No. So that's it. He said no.
Now, when you got to this interview, do you recall speaking with the detectives about the night that Nut was killed?
Can you say that again?
Sure. When you got to this June interview, do you recall speaking to detectives about the night that Nut was killed?
Yeah. Wait, interview.
The June one?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you have concern during this June interview that Thug had observed you speaking to police?
Huh?
Did you have concern during this June interview that Thug had seen you speaking to police?
No.
Shout out to Dominique standing up from.
Do you recall telling
Hilton.
the detectives in this June interview? Long story short, the detectives was calling my phone and he was right there. And they asked you, Thug was right there? And you said, yeah. So I answered the phone and he's looking at me like this, but I don't know what's going on. They asked you, why is he looking like that? And you said, because he see me answering the phone for them.
No, he told me that. When I answered the phone, I answered my phone on speaker. So it was my baby mom calling saying that the investigators want to talk to me. I was like, for what? And that's when he said what he wanted to talk to me about. And he got on the phone, asked me, could I come down there and interview him? And Thug like, go down there.
All right, I'm going to put the video 1.5 because this is taking forever.
Why were you concerned then that he saw you answering the phone for the police in front of him?
I don't know. I don't know about him being concerned.
Why would you tell the police that?
Because it's the police.
If there wasn't an issue, why would there be a need to tell the police that Thug was?
Because at the time the police questioned me, it was me against everybody. So they saying that they want Thug, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Woody
Get
versus
them up
Woody.
off of me. So I had texted their phone the day before they locked me up. And I texted their phone and told them that I was going to kill him when I see him. So the police got me the next day. And when they got me, that was it.
Let's go back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Let's go back. What now? You going? Okay, here we go. Everybody, pay attention. This is important. Let's go.
Reese's.
Why would you tell the police that?
Because it's the police.
If there wasn't an issue, why would there be a need to tell the police that Thug was?
Because at the time the police questioned me, it was me against everybody. So they saying that they want Thug, and that's what I'm trying to do. Get them up off of me. So I had texted their phone the day before they locked me up. And I texted their phone and told them that I was going to kill him when I see him.
Damn.
So the police got me the next day. And when they got me, that was it.
Let's go back.
Whoa.
What day are you talking about? You texted
June.
in June. You said you texted Thug. Who did you text?
One day, I texted their phone. I called his sister and told her, tell your brother when I see him, I'm going to kill him.
Okay.
I don't care who see me, I'm going to kill him. Me and her were arguing on the phone. As me and her were arguing on the phone, I got mad and hang up the phone. The very next day, 2 days later, I woke up and the police was at the door.
Okay.
When they got me, I was mad with the world.
And were you arrested again for those guns?
Yes.
All right. And that's the only thing you were arrested for those guns.
And I think they put some gang charges on me or something. I think they put some more charges on me or something.
And I understand that you said you texted his sister Dolly that you were going to kill.
Nah, I don't think I texted. I told her over the phone that I was gonna kill her.
But was that in response of you asking her whether or not he was trying to kill you?
Oh no, I didn't ask her nothing.
Okay. So why did you tell the detective that?
Because it's the detective.
Were you concerned that Thug did not want to hang around you anymore because you had been talking to the police?
No.
Do you recall telling detectives in the same June interview, he didn't want to hang around me anymore? And they asked you, this Thug? And you said, yeah. Like, damn, what the hell? Why the hell these niggas don't want me around?
Whoa.
Do you recall being concerned that Thug did not want you hanging around him anymore?
Well, he actually called me a few times, tried to get me to come around. I didn't want to go around.
So why would you tell the police, why the hell these niggas don't want me around?
Because I'm talking to the police and they are after me.
When you were arrested, were you not trying to get out of jail?
For sure.
So why would you be telling them lies if you were trying to get out of jail?
So let me say this.
Say it. Break it down.
If I tell the police the alphabet is ABCD, right? The
Mhm.
police gonna tell me what come out the D.
Yeah.
E come out the D, I think. ABCDE.
Oh shit.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm not about to go through all that. I don't. Nah, man. Like this is the investigators. They locking me up. They targeting me. They constantly every time I come outside, spit on the ground. SWAT team got me. Like
So why would you stay in a 9-hour interview if they were out to come and get you?
you see what you said. That's how bad they was after me. They sit right there and put up with me for that long.
Okay, but you kept talking to them for the entire 9 hours. I'll rephrase. Did you speak with them for the entire 9 hours?
I was handcuffed behind my back, leg shackled to the chair. And guess what I know? When I get finished talking to them, I'm going to the jail. So that's what I'm trying to do.
What you trying to do?
Trying to buy as much time as I can before I go to the jail.
Yup. Stay out of jail is the goal.
Shout out to Woody.
The name of the game. Snitching on everybody.
If they ask me about the alphabet and I say A, B, C, D, and they ask me what come after D, and I'm like, damn, E ain't it? What come after E? Is E F? I ain't about to go through this, man. Fuck y'all. Just take me to jail. Just take me to jail. I'm not going through all this.
Gangster.
Y'all got me messed up.
Is that June 10, 2015?
Yeah.
Is that the interview that we're discussing right now?
Yeah.
And in that interview, that when you were first brought in, once you were arrested, are you still in your regular clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes for the record?
Yes.
Now, sitting in this room, did you believe that the truth would have hurt you as you were doing this interview?
It's not about the truth hurt me. It's about the state of mind I was in.
Okay, but did you believe the truth would have hurt you?
I don't know.
So why won't you tell the truth?
Because I'm about to go to jail. So the state of mind I'm in is I'm about to go to jail.
Right. So would lying have helped you to get out of jail?
It helped.
Didn't they tell you that they were going to have to verify any information you told them?
Hell no.
Help.
They did.
Okay. So why would you tell a lie if they had to verify what they told you and you were trying to get out of jail?
I don't know.
Did you believe the truth would hurt Doug?
Say that again.
Did you believe the truth was going to hurt Doug?
You said, do I believe the truth gonna hurt Doug?
Yes.
That'll be his problem.
Right. But if you're in this state of mind, why would you be in there just telling lies?
Because that's what the police after. They locking me up,
Mhm.
but they're after him.
But they're locking you up and you are trying to get out of jail. Wouldn't you tell the truth to get out of jail?
It depends on who is the truth to.
Hootie hoo.
It all depends.
Now, during the course of your interview, did the detective ask you, why were you so concerned about whether or not Thug knew you were talking to the police?
Can you say it again?
Let me just ask you a better question. Why were you concerned about whether or not Thug knew you were talking to the police?
I wasn't concerned.
Do you recall the detectives asking you, why does it matter to Thug if you're talking to the police or not, if he has no say in what happened with Nut? And your response is, between us men, I want to say they had something to do with it.
What about it?
Do you recall telling that to the detectives?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. And then when they asked you who was the they, do you recall saying Thug and them?
Okay.
Did you recall saying that?
Like, yeah.
And then they said Thug and them who? And you said Shannon and Bentley.
Say that again.
Sure. When they then asked you Thug and who, you responded Shannon and Bentley and all, because all of them just acting funny towards me.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the investigators.
Again, why say Shannon? Why say Shannon?
Because they know me and him be together. It's easy to say with Shannon to get. I don't know. Like I told you, it's the state of mind I was in. When the police got me, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was, man, like they just caught me early in the morning. Like
Early in the morning, is that not when you're your freshest?
Huh?
And early in the morning, is that not when you're your freshest?
What you mean?
no, they can't get me out. I'm asleep. I hear the door. Boom, 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 boom. If I'm asleep and she sleep, who being at this door like that? So it shot my brain. I've been shot ever since I looked like those seen the police. I can't forget it. Like
I was traumatized.
Ms. Hilton.
It's all about getting out of jail. Saying what you got to say.
Okay, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, this might be a natural point for us to recess. for
What do y'all
today.
think, man? What do y'all think?
Mr. Copeland, we'll see you Monday morning at
What do
8:30, okay?
y'all think?
8:30.
Yes, sir. See you then.
I was nervous. They were beating on the door.
All right, our witnesses left us. Ladies and gentlemen, jury, do you have any ministerial inquiry with me? Okay, remember next week, middle of the week, Wednesday is Juneteenth, and it is a holiday that which the county observes, so we will not be holding court on Wednesday, okay? So as for the other questions you all asked me about the early part of July, haven't made a decision on that. So more to follow a little bit later on that, okay? All right, anything else with me? Okay, all right. Let's review as so we can get you on the road. Remember to leave your notepads in the basket. Do not bring them home with you this weekend or at any point in time. They need to stay in your headquarters. Next thing, ladies and gentlemen, as you are walking out, coming in, going to any place in the courthouse, to include the bathrooms, or when you're coming in the morning or at home, remember you're not authorized to talk about this case with anybody. All right. And remember, as I told you many times before, you cannot recap, handicap, otherwise review, or comment on any particular witness's testimony amongst yourselves. Remember, I told you that that would be a violation, and you cannot consider this case until such time as the court tells you that you can, and I will give you instructions on how you to do that. All right, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot go by visiting the scenes that may be depicted. You cannot take any pictures, do any diagrams, or otherwise share any information that you may know about anything that has been testified to this far. You can only consider what's been lawfully presented within the four walls of this courtroom. That also pertains to other testimony you may have heard. Remember, it would be a violation for you to go to any third-party sites, websites, reference materials, or anything that would otherwise aid in your understanding or augment your understanding. Remember, you can only consider what's been presented within the four walls of this courtroom. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody should try and reach out to you by any means, mode, or of conversation or conveyance, remember that your duty is to report that to myself as well as Sergeant Ingram immediately. All right. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, please resist temptation to listen to any third-party recaps of this particular trial or anything that may be going on. As remember, you can only consider what's presented in the four walls of this courtroom. Okay. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, lastly, thank you for your patience. Thank you for the attention that you've given to our advocate.
All right, so I just been streaming the YSL court trial, and they got little Woody there. This whole week he's been testifying, asking so many questions that just seems repetitive, but it's been very entertaining. It's like watching a real life movie. Crazy. Now I've been using the lead attorney stream, so I can hear his comments. The man is a real lawyer, so he could definitely relate to what's going on. Being in trial, you know, these people they have their own language.
Oh, this was getting good. They are really trying to pin our brother down. Who killed Nut, and why were you threatening Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, aka King Slime? Why were you threatening his life? Why is it, Woody, that every time you want to try to escape, you want to try to get out of jail, you want to try to get out of these interrogation rooms, why is it that you lie? Because you're saying you shouldn't be there. And if you just told the truth, then that would be it. They would just let you go. But you always want to lie. You will sit in there lying for 9 hours in an interrogation room as opposed to just telling the truth. Every time you talk to a cop, it's a lie. Every time you talk to an investigator, it's a lie. Every time you talk to a detective,
So Little Woody will talk about being slick and getting out of those circumstances, saying whatever he had to say to get out. Sometimes the truth, sometimes a lie. Whatever it is, just finesse his way out of there.
it's a lie. Why is it that the truth won't save you? Like it will over 10 years, 10 years, the truth will never save you. What do y'all think, man? This is getting tough. Shout out to High Value Man on deck. What's he say? Woody, E comes after D, right? Now, A, B, C, D, goddamn, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it. What do y'all think, man? This is still coming back. The prosecutor is trying to put the screws to Woody. So I love it, man. I love what we are watching here today. Woody is saying that these investigators are out to get him. These cops are out to get him. These detectives are out to get him. And I just told y'all about that story about the guy that won $900,000 because they would not believe that he did not kill his father.
All right, I want to leave it there and just present to you guys. Again, thank you for joining us here at Verbal on Life. My name is Noel, battling MS, and just taking a look at this court trial for YSL. Amazing. It's like watching a real life movie. And shout out to Little Woody. That's the guy that was testifying. He's been testifying this whole week. Today is Friday, so we are done for the week. They'll be back on Monday to continue this Little Woody testimony. That is amazing. Shout out to the 2 people that gave it a like on Twitter or X. So if you're watching this on Twitter, remember to hit that like button, okay? It means the world to me and definitely motivates me to keep doing these streams. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. We got 76 viewers right now on Twitter. So click on that like. And I want to continue making these streams. So if you haven't gone to YouTube, I'm at Verbal on Life on YouTube. Currently at 10,957, trying to grow the channel and provide more information to keep you guys entertained. Okay? And with that, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to post this on my channel. Hopefully it works out. And it is what it is, like Little Woody says. One last thing I should say. What else? I'm currently in the basement of my house. Not an easy feat. Just to get down here, it takes a lot of work. And if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. All right. What else? Hit that like. And shout out to all the real ones like Little Woody out there. What can I say? Peace.
Verbal or life.